The game on this Peppinion contains metal crushers, time manipulation, and mechanical bosses. Hello viewers, this is Clockwork, and I've played about 50% of this game so far. I find it to be okay. You know, I've had a bit of fun playing it. The time manipulation of the puzzles has been fun. The art style is really nice. You know, I really like this kind of mechanical art style and world that they've created here. The world has gears and smoke and a lot of other things that kind of make it feel like you're running through a giant machine that is constantly working, which I like very much. I think that they created a cool world here. I like it it's very visually pleasing, and with all of these pipes parallax in the background and all of this foreground stuff to look at, and the main character is nice too. It's all very cool. Very cool world they crafted. Big fan of that. They also crafted a good story. For me, I'm finding it very interesting to learn about these characters and this world. And I'm really interested in Millie and what is going to happen with her character, and what is the main character going to do about all of this. You know, he's right now taking Millie through an area to get her someplace. It's his watch that he's doing it to. It's this, I can pull her out of the watch, and yeah, he's doing this right now to get her someplace. But you know, like, what's gonna happen to them should be interesting to find out. You might have noticed that there was a bit of a bug when I went through that right teleporter. It didn't adjust the camera correctly, and that's just a bug. I notified the developers. I'm sure they'll have it in a next update. They're very responsive, so that's very cool of them. But yeah, so the time mechanics are cool. I like it very much, creating myself and relying on myself to do the puzzles, because when I screw up the puzzles, it is my fault. You know, not to the fault of anything else going on. I just did it wrong, which is good. You know, and they're used in a very interesting way, where you have to run through like this and come back through and land on. Yeah, and there we go. Now I can let myself through. They're called reflections in this game. It's cool though. This is a little bit more complicated of a puzzle. But yeah, I like the time aspect, the time manipulation, all of that stuff. I'm a fan. Oh, I can run like it this way. You know, and just what kind of stuff that they have going on here. I'm a fan. The puzzles have been pretty manageable so far. I won't say super easy, but fairly manageable, and you know, nothing too frustrating where I thought that the game wasn't being very fair to me. But I will say that the puzzles do require a bit of waiting. A lot of the times, you know, you gotta wait around for you to do the first part of the puzzle. So here, I'm technically, all of the time I'm using right now, I'm gonna be probably annoyed later when I have to wait for myself to run onto this thing and run on it. So, you know, you're gonna end up waiting, and it only gets longer the more complicated the puzzles get. So, you know, right now I have to run over here and wait for my other self to open this up. And then when I run through this again, I have to wait for this self I'm playing now to pull this lever. So, you know, you have to be prepared to do puzzles that take a longer time. It's not just something where you have to, once you figure it out, you get instant gratification, which I think happens in a lot of other puzzle games. This is more of, you figured it out, now I just have to wait to get through the door. So that might be something you want to take into consideration before buying this game. Did I mention the art is very cool? I very much like the look of this stage right now. The other thing that is kind of annoying are these characters' voices. I find them extremely grating. I do not like them. I wish that there was a separate voice slider for them. They are annoying. They talk a lot, as you'd expect, because they're the main characters and they tell the bulk of the story. But I find their voices just so irritating. I'm sorry. I think that's just a personal thing, and you're going to be like, oh, I'm nitpicking this, and maybe I am, but it's something I just do not like. It just sounds bad to me. But if it's okay for you, then cool. Good. Nothing wrong with that at all. Wait, I should just let you listen for yourself. I forgot how to do this one exactly. Oh, messed it up. Now I have to redo the whole thing again, which is fine. You know, all the checkpoints start you at the beginning of the stage. In this instance, it's not that bad because there wasn't that much I have to do, but in some of them, when you get pretty close to the end of the puzzle and you've waited so long to get there and you screw it up and miss a jump, or die because you hit one of the end things, it can get very frustrating. The other frustrating thing about this game is that it wants you to be extremely precise a lot of the times. And so, not that this counts, but I have to be pretty precise for this jump and come over here and do this. And, it just really, it's extremely noticeable on the boss. It wants you to be kind of, in some ways, Super Meat Boy precise. And the controls are not Super Meat Boy precise. That is, there should be no illusions that the controls are that tight. It's not that kind of game, in my opinion. But they are very, the developers wanted you to do that. It's minimal, so again, I think it's more of like a personal preference kind of thing here. It's not a ton, but it is enough where I do feel the need to mention it, that it's not insignificant. It is. For me, it was a little frustrating to have to work through all of that and then have to find out that you're going to be doing some very precise jumps or precise timings that just took me a lot of trial and error to do. Expect trial and error to figure out what levers do everything, or how long the timings are for certain things. So yeah, a bit of trial and error. You can have Millie out and she can look around the world to figure out where everything is and stuff like that. But in general, I felt that I still needed to do a bit of trial and error to complete some of the things, to know exactly which direction to go first, what lever would do something originally. It happens. I mean, that's just kind of this game. So expect that. If none of this turns you off, then I think, it's something you should definitely check out. Let's make sure I go the right way on this puzzle first. And yeah, I think I'm going to keep playing it. I'm interested enough in the story, curious enough to see what's going to go on with these characters. And I also want to know what other puzzles this developer came up with later on with this time mechanic. It's been pretty enjoyable so far. I mean, I wouldn't expect this game to work for people that aren't fans of this genre already. If you like puzzle platformers, you should definitely consider picking this up. If you're not, I think maybe, hopefully this video helps you make that decision, because I think it might be a little bit more tough of a sell. But I'm going to try and complete it. On a scale of 1 to woo, I would say it's a little bit better than right down the middle. definitely. It's not completely the most average game I've played. It's better than that, I would say. Well, if you made it this far, thank you very much for watching, and I'll talk to you next time. Hey, did you get a chance to play this game? Did you like it? Did you not? Did you want to write that reason in the comment section down below? That's the way we interact. If you'd like to inflate my ego, then you should write that you tried it because I showed it to you, and that would really, that would just make me feel great. Also, the like button is down there, so you can just that, or the subscribe button, just friggin' here, get in there, because I need 50 subscribers to be able to get more games for this channel, and I would really appreciate that. Really, I really would. Thank you.